I'm from Congresswoman Nydia Velázquez's office. We're glad to see such an outpouring of sentiment from parents from all corners of our district, as well as Rotterdam, the Netherlands, via Breukelen. I just thought I would mention that before I started working for Congresswoman Velázquez, I spent about 10 years in education. My personal story is I had developmental issues from a birth experience. It wasn't the best experience. The first grade I ever went into was the 7th grade. Before that, I wasn't in grades. I was lucky to go to a school that had alternative modes of learning. Later, I went to art school, so I'm actually a product of art school, so I believe in the arts and also urban planning and community development. And I also did teaching at Brooklyn Center for the Urban Environment. I heard a lot of you speaking about different ways kids learn, and it's important to use all the modalities, the arts. And a little anecdote I have is that I used to do environmental educations out of Prospect Park. It was called Brooklyn Center for the Urban Environment. And our deal was to take kids out of the classroom into the community and to different places where they could learn about the built environment and the natural environment through using their hands, the arts, building things, and even proposing how the community might be developed in the future. And an anecdote was we would often compete with the test. In the late 90s, they were starting to test 3rd graders as well as 4th graders. So we were competing with these new tests. And interestingly, we were able to get the program to happen, doing field trips, jousting with the test. And the anecdote was that some of the students that did take the test, it turns out their experience from going to the Brooklyn Bridge, building the bridge with ropes in their bodies, and learning how the thing stood up, and hearing the story and the social history of how Emily Roebling finished the bridge. 80% of them in the creative essay writing portion, people who didn't do that kind of experience didn't know what to write. And the students that went out there and learned with their hands and did the arts, actually 80% of them wrote the story of building the Brooklyn Bridge. So I think together we can all build a better education system. Thanks.